Hi, everybody. Okay, so what I'm doing now is that every time I get a thought about something, I just go ahead and do it. So I'm thinking about it right now, and then I do it, and so I don't forget to do it, or I don't, put it off and put it off. Okay, I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks now. I watch the soap operas Monday to Friday, right? And the only reason I want to clear something up. The only reason that I don't watch Days of Our Lives is because it's on Peacock, the streaming service, and I don't get that. And then I just never got into that soap opera. That's why I don't cover it. So I want to talk about the thought I've been having of, it's Monday to Friday, so usually they would have cliffhanger Fridays, meaning they would have a storyline or a part of something that would make you want to jump over to Monday. And they used to do it so well that you would watch the soap opera on Friday and like be waiting and like you couldn't wait the 2 days for the soap opera to start again. I really think they've done away with that because I've been watching every day and like every Friday for a couple weeks now. They haven't had any kind of element that made me hold over and say like I really want to know what happened here. Just no, because I don't know why, but I'm just noticing the trend. Um, Another trend I kind of talked about is that YNR and Bold are on the same channel, right? So whenever YNR is really good, Bold is kind of flat. And then when Bold is really good, YNR is kind of flat. I've noticed that. I don't know why. I mean, in my mind, they have a lot to pull from because if you want to, you can go on the family drama for YNR. And for Bold, you can do fashion things. I'm not saying a fashion show all the time, but you're a fashion house. So you could do more stuff like that a lot. And I don't know if it's under character development, meaning not fully formed characters, and or they just toss the character to the side. But I've noticed it like, okay, say they do a story that's really heavy with Heather Tom, Katie Logan, right? For a couple weeks, say 3 weeks, okay? And then you won't see her for months on end. Now, granted, I guess I shouldn't have used her as an example because I know that she directs for the soap opera sometimes. So she might be busy doing that. But I mean, it's like, I feel like they put people on a shelf for some reason. Um, and then, well, Young and the Restless is, it used to be catered to the young audience for sure. Okay. But now they've totally changed that. And I guess they're starting to put new, younger people in. But I don't, it's not the same as it was. And I don't expect it to be the same, but it's jarringly different to the point where I can tell it's what. And I'm asking, what did they do here? You know? Um, Although they probably are going to give a big storyline to Noah now because now that he's been revealed, they're gonna go into like what happened to him and why. So that might be. I mean, it's gonna be interesting, but usually, um, they use a character really heavy or an actress or actor, and then they put him on the shelf for a while. I've noticed that. So just some trends I'm noticing, and also I don't know. I I like to think that my videos have some kind of influence on something, but I don't think they really do. I mean, I know my audience likes them, but I don't know exactly who sees them. So, you know, it can be a bit disheartening because I'll say like I don't like the storyline. But also, I know the one thing I could do to like possibly change it would be to not watch it. But then I want to know what happens with the storyline. So I guess that's what keeps me kind of hooked in. But I just I'm ready for edge of your seat television or something where I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Because okay, I'll give an example. I'll give a current example. Um, Claire, Kyle, and Holden, right? Now I was saying for weeks before this happened, I'm like, okay, they're clearly gonna put Claire and Holden together. And I said the reason why I think that is because they've been spending a lot of time on screen together, and it's usually a chem test to see if they can act with each other and if you feel the chemistry, right? Okay. And then it didn't happen, didn't happen, didn't happen. So I thought that maybe I was wrong. Well, then it happened with a bang because, and I like the way it happened. I really do because it wasn't out of out of necessity. It wasn't because she was lonely. It wasn't because she was trying to prove something. It was because they were in the club and he was over there and she was across the room and she looked at him and she felt something. And then they start dancing and they stopped dancing because she wanted to go somewhere else and then everything happened. And yeah, in some instances, you might say that happened fast, but sometimes that's how life happens. You don't plan it all out. Sometimes you just see somebody across the room, and that's what happens. And also, there was the friendship and the whatever, so they had everything building up to that point. It wasn't like a fly by night situation. I mean, they were friends for weeks before that. Probably even a couple of months before that. Because remember all the trouble she was having with Kyle, and then Holden would be her ear at the end of it. So then, you know. And then I called it. I said they're going to be a couple or something. So, um, so that I liked because it was good. It was good writing. You know, um, that's what I want. Good writing. I guess it's what I'm missing for that. All right, just some thoughts. All right, bye everybody.